something a little bit different for 600 followers. This is kind of a new setup. So hi, I might be filming more spongy videos like this too, but I had this great idea to do a soft-spoken tarot reading. I love tarot. I have a good relationship with this deck. I'll be doing it for myself, so if that's not something you'd be interested in seeing, then let me know and maybe I can do some other things with tarot if you'd still like to see tarot soft-spoken videos. And if you're not as into this kind of stuff, this kind of ASMR, then let me know, and then maybe I'll also do a sponge video to celebrate 600 followers. But I wanted to start this off by saying thank you so much, and I love every single one of you, and I appreciate all of your support so much. As you can see, I'm very inspired by Tears for Tingles, or ASMR by T. Telva. She is absolutely wonderful, one of my all-time favorite ASMR artists, and she recently started her soft-spoken ASMR channel, so I was very inspired and I kind of wanted to delve into it to see how it fitted with my ASMR style. So for those who don't know me, hi, my name is Saf. My pronouns are they/them, and obviously I am a huge spiritualist. I'll be taking you through things bit by bit while we do the reading, but let's get into it. I want to start by lighting a candle. This one's quite sunken in, as you can see. I don't have any fresh candles, unfortunately. I didn't think to buy any fresh candles. I almost forgot to put this little guy out. This is my pendulum. I don't use it much. You have to build a relationship with your pendulum as well. It's been a while since I've used it, but I adore this pendulum. There we go. A little ash just fell onto the ground, but there we go, we have our candle that is lit now. I'll pop that over there for some nice chill vibes. Got a little pendulum around it, and we are ready to start. So I'll just be doing a one card reading. To keep it nice and simple, I like to write down what I get. So that's kind of why I wanted to keep it a little bit simple. But if you guys would like to see some more reads, maybe like a 3-card read, I can even do a 10-card read. Let me know if you would like to see that, and I would be more than happy to do that for you guys. Okay, now I'm not very good at shuffling, bear in mind. I never really learned how to shuffle, like, in a fancy way, so it will be very basic, and I hope you guys are okay with that. But yeah, I absolutely love this deck. as you can see, it's called the Neo Tarot deck, and it's based off of the original deck that everybody knows. I've forgotten the name of it, so I apologize for that. But it's like a reinterpretation of that deck, and you'll see the art style soon enough when I pull a card. Actually, let me show you some of the cards now. You see, it's very bright, very colourful. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, my deck and I have built a good relationship now. So, yeah, I think it is, well, it's the perfect deck for me, probably. So, with shuffling, I kind of just stop when I feel like I should stop. It's different with everything. I don't have like a certain amount of time that I shuffle. I just think about what I want the cards to tell me. So right now I just want to think about what is one thing that I should know right now, or that I should think about right now. Because the cards are often good to meditate on. And, you know, because I have a good relationship with this deck, it often relates to a lot of things that are happening in my life. So I'll share that with you guys too, if it's not something that's too personal. That's a good opportunity to show you another card, the High Priestess. Very pretty. Okay, we'll shuffle one more time, and then I think I'll be good to split and spread and draw. So once you shuffle, I'm moving these up. Okay, you split the deck into 3, and then and then spread them out. I'll just be doing the one card today, obviously. So I'll share a little bit what I know about tarot. I keep saying that I have a good relationship with this deck, and you know, a way you build a relationship with the deck is by using it and asking it questions, and making notes is usually a great way to do that. And it allows you to learn the deck and what it means to you, and notice patterns and stuff like that. So you have to be quite protective of your deck, I'd say. You shouldn't really allow other people to shuffle it. At least this is my experience. This is kind of my relationship with it. Maybe it's just because I'm very new. But you shouldn't really allow other people to shuffle. You can allow them to split and obviously pick their cards, but you should be the one shuffling, in my opinion, and the one reading from the deck. So I am going to go ahead and pick my card now. I think I see the card that is speaking to me. It is this one right here. I'm going to place it there. Some mystery, some suspense. Let us see what card I got. It is reversed 2 of Wands. Very interesting. So I choose to have reverse cards in my deck because I think it adds more variety to the deck. Cards that are reversed don't always stay reversed with shuffling and placing things back into the deck, etc. So I think if you need to see something reversed, then it's not necessarily something negative. I don't think the deck ever really tells you anything that is like inherently negative. You know, it's not like you are gonna die in like 10 days or whatever. Somebody pulled death, that's what they might assume, but no. So I don't see reverse as a bad thing, rather as something that needs work or something that needs nurturing right now. And that's why tarot is such a good self-help tool, self-actualization tool, because it allows people to really get in tune with what's going on in their life and what they're thinking. So let's study the colors on this card. We'll put it right way up so you guys can appreciate this. I like looking at the colors on the card because they can often be pretty representative of, like, you know, the meaning behind it. And for those who don't know much about tarot and the meaning behind the minor arcanas, the wands is a set, of course, and each of the things with the minor arcana have a meaning. So 2 has a meaning and wands has a meaning, of course. So we will study that in a second because I keep notes in my notebook and like to study those before I look at the actual definition in my handy book over here. This is my spiritual, like, just tarot book. It's very reflective. Sorry if that's like harsh on the eyes. I literally got it from Poundland. These stickers are also from Poundland, but I think it's really cute. I just, you know, decorated it and, well, here it is. It's adorable. Stole a lot of real estate. So I used to write dreams in here as well, but I stopped doing that because my dreams are just really weird sometimes and I feel like they don't actually have that much significance. So I have everything color coded as well, so it's easier if I'm looking through the book as to what cards I've gotten before, and it allows me to better see patterns and such. So wands is the minor arcana of fire. It represents vital force, creative will, desire, sexuality, enthusiasm, power, passionate creativity, visionary energy, and inspiring. And 2 means duality, form, union of 2 parts, balance, and decisions. And I can already tell you guys that this is a card that is representative of not only my relationship, but also where I am currently in my creative journey. I've always wanted to be a writer, and right now I'm kind of in this, I'm in this stasis of like trying to decide where to go and what to do and what to do first and how to go about arranging it into my schedule and how I can do all of that but still have time, like downtime essentially. I think anyhow that is what I relate to from just the basics of the fact that it is 2 of wands, but we will dive now into the book. And the book is where you're going to get a lot of information from. The book gives you everything you need to know about each card, but like I said, a lot of the meaning of the cards will also come from your relationship with the deck. So what other cards you've had in the past, if you've had this card before, what the card relates to you specifically. So let's go ahead and find out what the 2 of wands means. This is the 10 card draw I was telling you guys about. It's called the Celtic Cross. I'll 100% do that at some point if you guys want me to do that. So here are the minor arcana. You have pentacles, swords, wands, and cups, and of course each have their own meaning. But these are essentially like, you know, sets. So wands are on page 63. So let's pop it over to 63. And well, I went to go to 63 and I landed on the page that I needed. So that does happen occasionally, and you'll see it happen every now and again. But let's go ahead and read what 2 of wands reversed means. Every choice has its consequences, and when our approach is a little off, so too is the outcome, especially when your goals look very different from those your parents or your friends might have set for you, however well-meaning. What matters is you. Your evolution relies on pure intentions. Be patient with yourself and the universe. So yes, this is quite prevalent, and I won't go too much into what this means for me right now, because I think it relates to something that is quite personal, and this happens a lot with the deck. It's stuff that hits kind of hard. But the themes of this card are, which are over here, you can see there's like little information down here, which I find really cool. The themes of this are prospects, craving, a personal goal, and choices. Yes, so it's rather prevalent, something that I don't think would be brought up, because obviously I wanted to at least talk about it a little bit with you guys, but it is quite personal, so I really won't be. Affirmation, yeah, it gives you a little affirmation down here too, which I absolutely love. When I'm aligned with my higher self, there are no mistakes. Everybody say it with me now. I like to say it at least 3 times when I get an affirmation, or all of them have affirmations, but when I draw cards, I like to say my affirmations at least 3 times. So, when I'm aligned with my higher self, there are no mistakes. When I'm aligned with my higher self, there are no mistakes. When I'm aligned with my higher self, there are no mistakes. And they even give you a little self-care section up here. This is quite a long one, but let's go ahead and take a look at what the self-care suggestion is for the Two of Wands. They say if you don't create goals for yourself, the world will create them for you. Grab a journal and practice this free writing exercise. Without stopping for 5 minutes, don't worry about grammar or making sense. Write out a list of the goals the world has placed in front of you via social expectations and responsibilities. Then take another 5 minutes to write out the goals you'd like to override the previous ones with. Think about how you can make this happen and make notes. I think that is an excellent self-care tool. I think that is something that is going to really help me at this point in my life, not only with the creative path that I'm choosing to go on, or want to explore, but rather also with the personal stuff that's kind of happening in my life at the moment. I think that this is excellent for that. What I then like to do after I've done all of that is go ahead and take a look to see if I've gotten this card before. Now, as you can see, 2 over there is underlined with purple, and 1 is underlined with red. So I have to look for that color combination somewhere throughout the book. Alrighty, let's take a look through the book and see if we have gotten 2 of Wands in the past. I've gotten 3 of Wands there. I don't think I remember ever getting this card, but I've done a lot of drawing before, so let's keep our eyes peeled, huh? This is why I like to color code as well, because it makes it a lot easier to flip through the book. I don't have to read the name of every card I've drawn. I can just flip through and it's a whole lot easier. I've got the 3 of Wands a lot, it seems. So as far as I'm aware, I have never gotten the 2 of Wands, which is exciting. Great for you guys. You get to watch me write out what I would normally write out the first time I get a card. It's the 13th of June today, and we are going to write down that date. always label it as tarot. It's a habit from when I also used to kind of keep this as like a dream journal in heart brackets, if you can call it that. Just a little ASMR, so I always remember that. And this is just a 1 card draw, so I always like to put a 1 by the side. And this is the 2 of Wands reversed. So what I like to do when I write down it for the first time, I like to write the themes that the card holds. So if you remember, those are prospects, craving, a personal goal, and choices. Brilliant. And then next, I like to write just kind of brief notes about what the card means, as you can see here. Just very little brief notes. This was, I think, the second time I had gotten this one. So I kind of, I look back at what I had previously written about that card, and then either write some other stuff down that I hadn't really picked up on before, write it in another way so that it kind of sticks in my brain. So let's go ahead and write down the key points from this. Let's see, every choice has consequences. When approach is off, so is the outcome. A little bit ahead of myself there. I wrote the T before I even wrote the O for outcome. Goals may look different to those. I'm going to put set for you in quotes because I don't like the idea of people setting goals for me, but they do anyway. What matters is me. I think that's pretty damn important to take away from this card. Sometimes I forget that. I live my life for other people sometimes, and that's bad. If you're living your life for somebody else, you're not living your life at all, unless that person is your child, then that's okay. I have a daughter, and I want to be the best possible person I can be for her, but I also don't want to be somebody who's completely controlled by the will and whim of others, as I have been in the past. So let's write some more. Evolution relies on pure intentions. Pure intentions. Be patient with yourself and the universe. Be patient with yourself and the universe. And that is definitely something I have found that I need to start practicing more, because I am quite a, shall we say, volatile individual, and it's become quite apparent to me that patience is a virtue I have often taken for granted, and I am sorry if you can hear my boyfriend talking in the background. I think he's just started playing some games with his friends. But we have 2 separate offices now, so it's a lot easier for me to be distanced from that noise when it happens. So let's go ahead and write down the self-care. That's what I like to do the first time I get a card, is I like to write down what it recommends as the self-care. Then when I get the card for the second time, I write down the affirmation, and then on the third time, if it has a sign or planet or number attributed to it, and I'll write that down too, and maybe do a little bit of research on the deeper meaning of said sign, planet, or number. So the major arcana tend to have more of those things attributed to them. The minor arcana sometimes will. As you can see here, with the 2 of Wands, it says Mars in Aries. I don't know what my Mars falls into. I don't think I have a lot of things in Aries, but I could be wrong. Taurus is my dominating sign. I'm a Leo sun, so you know, a lot of my personality comes from that. But yeah, let's go ahead and write the self-care. Free writing exercise. I'll move it up here. Don't stop for 5 minutes. Write out goals world has set for you. And don't worry, I won't be doing this in the video. This is already quite a long video. You know, my ASMR videos tend to be around this length, but this is more experimental in nature and not exactly the thing that people signed up for when they followed me. So I'm a little bit more cautious about the time I'm spending here, but I'm a bit of a rambler, so it was bound to happen. Anyhow, let's continue writing this. Take another 5 minutes to write the goals you'd like to override the previous ones with. Think on how this could happen and make notes. See, I was kind of planning for my writing to be a little bit neater today, but because I'm trying so hard to make this kind of quick and expedient, so one last thing I'm going to do here with you guys is find the colors associated with 2 and 1s in my book, in my notebook I mean, and underline them with Sharpies. You can already see all the colors. Red. And the next one is purple, I believe, but I have a bunch of different purples, so I have to make sure I'm getting the right one. I think it is it that one? Just looking through my bag, make sure there are no more purples. No, okay, I believe it is this one. Darker purple, deeper purple. Comment below if you got this far in the video. Well done. But comment below what your favorite color is. Mine is teal. You can see it on the wall here. I recently painted these walls. Yeah, let's go ahead and underline this. I'll show you how I generally like to underline this stuff after I go ahead and do it. That's generally how I like to underline it. It's a little bit messy, but I'm not the most, nimble or dexterous person. So I kind of partly underline it there, the 2, and then I did do that the wrong way around. those colours are in fact the wrong way around. I feel like such an idiot. But I'll fix that later. This video's been a tiny little bit of a mess, but please let me go. Please let me know if you guys enjoyed. I love tarot. I love doing tarot. This was quite a prevalent read for me. I think I really needed to hear what the cards had to say to me today, and yeah, I feel debating getting a tarot deck, and you're somebody who's particularly spiritual and you're looking for a way to communicate with the universe, I'd recommend a tarot deck. There are, of course, a plethora of different ways that people communicate with, you know, their chosen ethereal beings. But if you feel you have a relationship with the universe that you'd like to build stronger bonds with, I'd recommend a tarot deck. And if you like the art of this deck, then you can easily find it on Amazon. That's where I got mine. It does come in like a box thing that I cut off because I wanted to travel with it, and that's why there's this weird thing on the side, but it comes in this absolutely gorgeous box. Yes, I highly recommend getting into tarot if that's something you're considering, obviously if you have the means to. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, thank you so much for 600 followers. I absolutely cannot believe it. I'm trying to get a heart in there. Why was I trying to be so awkward about it? Thank you guys so much. One last little play with the pendulum.